This is really an intentional creativity process, and I'm Michelle Bernard. I first set up my canvases and I use Mod Podge and add a little texture. You see how I did this on other paintings. I add this texture. And this, just putting on my jewelry. I make jewelry and photograph it against my paintings. So here's sort of how I prep the canvas. All right, looks like I'm ready to go. And coffee, always gotta have coffee, and I paint in the same outfit almost all the time. It's like a ritual. I like rituals, yeah? So I'm gonna cover this up, this texture, with a little gesso. I gotta let that dry. And this is just an outline. It's an underpainting, but it's an outline of the soul fire, which is the name of the painting. So just drawing the head, which is in symbol my head, or the head of the soul fire energy within me, and the heart. I'm working kind of on a wet surface because it hasn't fully dried. So I'm putting dots just to get myself started. And this is all loose because it really just represents energy. But I just mapped out fire coming from my heart. And now I'm just going to draw it in, tighten it a little bit. And then encase it. And this is all the energy around the heart and around the mind. And I just connect with this energy in this underpainting. So the right side, you see, is the subconscious mind, and it's the visioning. It's what we see in the mind, in the subconscious mind that hasn't been birthed yet. And then this other side where I put the flowers, the part of the earthly plane, and it's our conscious. It's what is actual. And you can see that the eye is open on the earthly plane and the eye is closed in the subconscious because it's in a dream. And this energy all around and above is superconsciousness. Superconsciousness is best understood as divinity, or the God mind, or the power when belief is so strong, faith is so strong that mountains get moved. All of these dots and symbols represent the energy, and it also represents this meditation that I'm having just by placing the dots there, placing the energy there. I'm not in deep thought about this. I'm just letting myself understand where I am in energy, how energy moves. And I just made some swirls, and those represent the unconscious. And that's the aspect of the things that have happened to us, or data we've retrieved and kept that we might not know we're holding within our energy field. I'm labeling everything: consciousness, subconsciousness, earthly plane on the left side, and on the right side, the visionary, and then the superconsciousness on the top. And you can see that in the heart space, in the unconscious, I wrote alchemical consciousness. And my teacher, Shiloh Sophia, names it that. Alchemical consciousness, the soul fire. And it means that we can create from our hearts, especially if we allow the energy from the super consciousness to flow down into our heart And if we allow also the energy from the subconscious and the consciousness to all blend together. So all of these dots and formations is me feeling this potential of the heart space, what we can create from the divine, the superconsciousness, the great mystery, wrapped around what's in our subconscious and what we can create in earthly form. And this is the map of the soul fire. These colors, just 2 colors, you just pick them and you could see that I put one at the top, one at the bottom, and I mix the 2 and put it in the middle. This is a way of integrating the map of the soul fire. And now I'm integrating those 2 circles. The soul fire, the heart fire, the unconscious, and then mixing those 2 circles together with what's going on in the superconsciousness, the subconscious mind, and the conscious mind. And I like to just mix them, let them drip, wet them, combine them, and even deeper now with these lines, connecting the map, connecting all the energy. And then here, near the heart, that's an eye. I'm just showing you right here that when I have extra paint, I'm usually working on more than one painting at a time. So I'll use the extra paint and put it on another canvas. This process is called glazing, and I take another color, mix it with a lot of water and a big, huge brush, and I overlay it. A thin sheath it's another form of integrating, bringing all of the energy together. This color right here, I'm laying it into all the open crevices and spaces. And for me, it represents the feeling of the powerful feeling of the integration. So I chose the color orange because orange is powerful. So I've cut to this drawing where I'm once again laying out the map of the form space, her third eye, the super consciousness, as you can see that energy rising up from her head. You can see that I'm laying out the same exact map with the heart and the fire coming out of the heart. And then you can see the eyes loosely drawn. This was literally drawn in about 5 minutes. And the visionary on the right side and the earthly plane on the left side. And that is, the visionary is the subconscious. And the process that I use in my journaling is all the time to do possibility journals and journal the future and try to journal the future sometimes based on my past and sometimes not at all based on my past, which means that I incorporate a lot of super consciousness, which means that I'm not thinking about, well, it hasn't happened, so it couldn't happen in the future. I am instead thinking, you can have something happen to you that's never happened before. That's wonderful. So this right here, I'm doing the same integration you sort of saw me do in paint. Bringing the heart space energy, collecting the subconscious, super consciousness, and then bringing it to consciousness. And then now bringing it to speech. Another active part of creation is the word. And I'm going to paint that vibration onto this canvas. That's what I'm adding. Before that happens, this is my goal. This is who I am. This is the question. And the question is, what do you want to manifest? What do you want to bring about within yourself? And I wrote creative expression as an educator. And then I put some of that black that I wrote that with around the eye, my vision. And now I'm just replicating the same symbol that you saw me doing on my paper when I drew the face. I'm connecting all the energy from my heart and drawing the lines that connect the super consciousness, the divine energy down to my heart. And then right in the middle, this is a portal. This is the entry. The target, the aim, the portal, the opening. You can see that this is an underpainting. No one's going to see any of this. This is all like journaling. It's a form of journaling. All of these dots, all of these lines, they represent a feeling, a vibration, energy I'm just holding in my body and my mind and moving through my body. So I'm holding it and then I'm letting it out. And only I'll see this, but the painting will hold it. It will contain it. I'm glazing again, putting another layer on top. Oh, you can see that I changed. If you notice, I changed my top, and that's because I did my workout. You can see the gray top. I was wearing a burgundy top. You might not have noticed, but now you do. And I did my workout. Sometimes I film it, and I'm wearing the headphones in the workout because it's a silent disco because I have a neighbor upstairs and the music is loud. So I play it in my ears. Then I come back to add more energy. And all I'm doing here is taking that portal and I'm just allowing that portal to have an opening, to have fluidity, to have vibrational opening to enter it. And then I'm going to blur everything I just put together. I'm just blurring it so that the whole painting is covered in this meditation. Little dots. Do you see those little dots? So that's just a sprinkling. And it's the idea of stardust, which is what we are. Made of stardust, the great mystery. Now I'm putting the soul fire symbol of her on the painting, on the canvas. From here, I'm just going to let you watch. But I just want you to know that this process is not about a goal to create art. The goal really, the aim really, is to let the energy of the inquiry, the questions, be answered through the moving of paint. So you will see me produce a look and then change it, and then change it, and then change it, and then change it. Because every time I'm making a change or making a decision, it's coming from a question that I keep asking that had to do with the questions that are in the underpainting. Who am I? My creative expression as an educator, how does that feel? And you will see me also listening to the painting to know where to go next, what to add next. So I would like you to watch now and just see how she becomes alchemical consciousness, my soul fire.